Another grim day for the global economy. The price of oil down again, the main UK markets falling. In New York, investors selling stocks. In Hong Kong, shares down.
Mr. Dudley, very good to see you.
Good to see
For
you.
business leaders at Davos, worrying times.
When you look at the oil price, the volatility of the markets since the start of the year, what is it telling you about the health of the global economy?
Well, there's a lot of uncertainty, not just in the oil and gas industry, but the whole financial markets are unsure of where certainty is really hard to find right now. Questions are, is this, I think China, the question marks about China, the debate going on is creating a lot of that uncertainty.
It has been the price of oil that has raised most concerns, falling as world demand slows. But Mr. Dudley says it will not last and predicts the price of oil could double by the end of the year as demand from China and America grows. Of course, low oil prices can be good for countries that import oil, like the UK and fast-growing economies across Asia. Fuel becomes cheaper.
There are a lot of emerging markets in trouble because of it. There are a lot of emerging markets in great shape. Part of India's benefit at the moment is because India is a natural resource importer, not an exporter, and it's doing well because of low energy and commodity prices.
There is another issue being talked about in the corridors and the snowy streets of this major political and business conference: the European Union and Britain's role in it.
David Cameron arrives here in Davos tomorrow and Europe will be high on the agenda. I am told that the Prime Minister has been speaking to business leaders and saying he wants them to come out in support of Britain remaining in a reformed European Union. In Bob Dudley, he certainly has one fan of that position.
I asked him if Britain was better off staying in the EU.
I would say yes, most certainly. However, I'd also say that very supportive of the Prime Minister's efforts to talk with Europe to make it more competitive.
And why is that? For your business, why is it important that we are in the European Union? You're an international business, you operate in countries all around the world.
Many of the trade regulations and the things that would still apply even if Britain were outside of it, and then it would be potentially worse being outside of it. I think also Britain's role in the world in terms of influence, will have more influence being a part of Europe.
Many business leaders disagree with Mr. Dudley, saying the UK could flourish outside the EU. Tomorrow, it will be Mr. Cameron's turn here, selling Britain's tricky renegotiation with the rest of Europe. Kamal Ahmed, BBC News, Davos.